Tonight is the night Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump face off for the first time on the debate stage in Philadelphia. Thank you for joining us for 9 News at noon. I'm Erica Lopez. The presidential nominees are expected to spar over policy issues ranging from the economy to foreign affairs. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest from Washington.
Vice President Kamala Harris arriving in Philadelphia for her much-anticipated debate with former President Trump. Both candidates seeking to shore up support with voters.
We're going to defeat Comrade Kamala Harris, and we are going to win the White House.
It's time to turn the page on the divisiveness. It's time to bring our country together, chart a new way forward.
A new poll shows more than 60% of likely voters want a major change from President Biden. More than half say Trump will bring that change, while only 25% say Harris will. Trump allies touting his strengths over his political rival.
I don't think she's too bright. I think Donald will do well. He'll talk about his policies and the results of those policies.
Those backing Harris warn of the dangers of a second Trump presidency and say her policies will move the country forward.
I do believe Kamala Harris is going to prevail on that, but we can't forget that Trump has an appeal in Pennsylvania, and we need to make sure we show up everywhere.
The race remains tight. Voters in critical battleground states are keeping a close eye on tonight's debate.
I tell him not to talk too much, stay on point in what he needs to do in this election.
Just for her to be her and for her to be honest and tell us what she's going to do for this country.
Harris and Trump meeting in person for the first time today for a high-stakes 90-minute showdown. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Today, we should be storm-free as we take a live look outside over Empower Field, and we can see the mountains off in the distance there. But the heat for us won't quit into September. Joining me now is our 9 News Weather Impact Team meteorologist Lauren Robinson. And Lauren, we're getting a little bit of a second summer into September.
That's right. We're seeing more 90-degree days as we move through the next few days. We're also going to watch for some very spotty showers off to the west as we go through this afternoon and this evening. They're already starting to fill in across the high country. Most of the front range, though, is going to stay pretty dry. And as we go into the late night hours, we could see some showers and storms fall over the Palmer Divide. Now, as we make our way through the rest of the forecast, we're going to talk more about the warm weather in store today. I think we could see yet another 90-degree day as we work our way through September. For tomorrow, we're going to watch for more of those scattered showers and storms to actually push their way into the urban corridor, including Denver. And then as we go through the rest of the week into the weekend, that sunshine really settling in. We're going to watch for some warmer weather to become more seasonal, dipping into the 80s toward the middle of the week. So I'll have more details on all of that just ahead of my full 7-day forecast.
Lauren, thank you. This noon, we've just learned who shot a Colorado State trooper on Highway 36 on Saturday afternoon. The gunman was 32-year-old Victor DeSantiago of Thornton. He is from the United States, and his arrest record shows mainly drug and traffic charges, but he did have some assault charges, including on a peace officer. An eyewitness says Trooper Ty Simcox was in his cruiser along Highway 36 near Federal on Saturday when DeSantiago pulled up next to him and started shooting. The trooper managed to shoot back and kill the shooter. In Greeley, the second man seen on video assaulting a teenage boy has been arrested. The boy's mother says on August 25th, the 14-year-old went to Sarah's Market in Greeley to buy chips, and surveillance video shows two men approaching him. The teenager then ends up pressed against a cooler and lifted up by his throat. He's then seen punching one of them and is released. One of the men was already arrested and faces assault, harassment, and child abuse charges. Now the second man faces a felony assault charge along with false imprisonment and child abuse. Today, jurors are hearing the stories of the first officers who went into the Boulder King Supers to stop a shooter. It's the fourth day of testimony in the case. The March 2021 attack left 10 people dead, including an officer who was among the first 3 to rush inside. The other 2 retreated momentarily, and a second team entered the store. The shooter opened fire on them, shattering windows over their heads and raining glass on them. The officer at the front of that group was Brian Pleiter, who told the court that what went through his mind after he entered and saw Officer Eric Talley dead on the floor.
I had made a decision that I was probably going to lose my life going into this store. I thought about my child, and that I may never see him again.
9 News reporter Kevin Vaughn is in the courtroom and will continue our coverage starting later today on 9 News at 3 o'clock. There will not be any hate crime charges for the Republican activist who admitted he put up racist signs at an RTD stop along Colfax in Denver. Police say bias-motivated criminal statutes do not apply in this case. Christopher Bali of Aurora, who goes by the name Sabo, a citation for illegal postings, but it's actually for the similar signs he put up around Denver in March. Bali is a self-described Republican street artist who was nationally prominent in some circles before his history of racist writing surfaced. The citation carries a maximum penalty of up to 300 days in jail and a fine of up to $999. On his YouTube channel, Bali said this is a parking ticket, but they could turn it into something bad. The signs, which targeted migrants and Vice President Kamala Harris, were put up in Denver and Aurora in late August. Bali took responsibility for similar signs posted outside the Democratic National Convention in Chicago.